a step-by-step guide through a typical DWP PIP telephone assessment. The video includes loads of hints and tips that will help you to win your claim. It includes samples of the questions that you are most likely to be asked and examples of how to answer them in a way that helps you to score a point under the descriptors. You will need to prepare and practice for your telephone assessment, and I hope this video helps you. The video will be split into 3 topic areas. 1. How to answer questions about your health conditions. 2. How to answer questions about your lifestyle. 3. How to answer questions about the descriptor activities. You may need to work through this video slowly and more than once to get the most out of it. Wherever I think you may need more information, I have recommended other videos to watch. It's a good idea to make sure that you have practiced your answers to every type of question before the telephone assessment. Let's dive in. The assessor will need to gain some insight into the nature of your health conditions. Common questions in this area include: which health conditions affect your daily life and mobility? What are the symptoms? Do you use medications? Are you currently undergoing treatment? Is there any treatment planned for the future? Here are some top tips for answering questions about your health conditions. Don't get wrapped up in the name of your health condition. It's better to prioritise your description of the symptoms of it, because it's how those symptoms affect your daily life and mobility that scores you those vital points under the descriptors. Since there are probably loads of symptoms for you to remember, it's a good idea to jot them down so that you don't forget anything on the day. The health professional will ask about any medications or equipment that you have been prescribed. You can simply tell them the names of the medications that you use. But remember, and this is mega important, don't allow the assessor to think that your medications are some sort of a miracle cure if they are not. You can only score a point for symptoms that you still have after you have taken the medications. But the thing is that only rarely do medications help to alleviate all the symptoms. They merely help you to manage your conditions. Make it clear to the assessor if you still have symptoms after you've taken the medications. If you need more information to help you answer questions about taking medications, check out this video. Make sure that you tell the assessor about any side effects of your medications. Side effects are treated in the same way as symptoms. So if the side effects affect your ability to perform the daily living tasks or the mobility functions, you can use them to score points under the descriptors. Make sure that your medical treatment is current and up to date. Even untreatable or incurable health conditions usually require regular medical review, blood tests and/or medication updates. Don't give the assessor the opportunity to say something like, no current input for physical conditions and no regular GP reviews. Such a claim can potentially result in 0 points, and nobody wants that. The assessor is likely to ask about your latest medical appointment. Make sure it's recent and have one booked for the future. We're going to move on to a new topic area now. If you want any more practice in answering questions about your medical conditions, check out this video. What you see on the screen is the thumbnail and title, and the link is in the description below. The health professional is likely to want to build a picture of your day-to-day life. They may ask you questions such as, what are your hobbies? Do you have pets? How do you manage your housework? How do you do your shopping? Do you use the internet? Do you get out to see friends? Your answers to these questions can be a great opportunity to demonstrate to the assessor how your disability impacts your daily life. However, a note of caution: if your ability to perform lifestyle tasks is not consistent with the disabilities that you claim you have, the assessor may use this to undermine your claim. Here are some top tips to help you maximise the opportunities whilst avoiding the pitfalls. Whenever you tell the assessor that you can perform an activity, you should say how you manage that with your disability. Perhaps take a three-pronged approach. 1. Tell the assessor what you can do. 2. Explain why you can do it even with your disability. 3. Explain anything about the activity that you can't manage or need help with. Let's look at some examples of how this works in practice. I enjoy crafting, but with my health condition, it's best to stick to activities that I can do sitting down. I can't do it for very long though, and I need help to get the equipment out and put it away. Let's see another. I like shopping. I can't walk far, so I do it all online these days. I wouldn't be able to go to a shopping mall. I like to keep up with my friends. I can talk for Olympics, but I do it all on social media these days. I can't get out to their houses like I used to. How do you manage your housework, Mr. Brown? I can manage a bit of light cleaning, as long as I'm not stood up too long. I can't crouch down though, not with my arthritis. If something falls on the floor, I just have to stand there and look at it. When it comes to lifestyle questions, don't try to wing it on the day. Think carefully about what you'll say before the assessment. For more sample questions and examples of how to answer them, Don't keep watching this video over and over. Check out this video instead. You can use the search bar or click the link in the description below. Answering questions about the descriptors is perhaps the most important part of your assessment. At this stage, the assessor will make decisions about your inability to perform the daily living tasks and the mobility functions. They will decide how many points to award you under the descriptors. Again, it might be a good idea to take a three-pronged approach. 1. Describe the symptom that affects your ability to perform a task. 2. Describe any aids and gadgets that you use to help you. 3. Tell the assessor about any issues with A. Performing the task safely, B. Performing the task too slowly or even too fast, C. Being able to do it as often as you need to, D. Whether you can do the task to a normal standard. Let's look at a few examples. The arthritis in my knees makes it practically impossible to get in and out of the bath. I struggle to stand up in the shower too. My knees are stiff and they won't bend. I need to use a shower stool and I need a long handle brush to reach my feet. It's not very safe because I often fall when my knees give way underneath me. With my arthritis, my joints are as stiff as a skinhead's boot. And it's in my hands, you see. I can't bend my fingers and I definitely can't grip anything. I have to use gadgets to get lids off bottles. I'd never even think of trying to lift a pan of boiling water. It'd be too dangerous. My anxiety makes me feel restless and I have difficulty concentrating. It's overwhelming. My mind goes blank. I carry a locator device so that when I get lost, my family can find me using an app on their iPhones. It's only any good if they're not working though. I can't think straight if I go out. I can't do it repeatedly, that's for sure. Once a week is as good as it gets, and only then if I'm forced, I try to stay home. If you want more help and practice answering questions about the daily living descriptors, check out this video. In order to award the points, the assessor must be satisfied that you suffer the symptoms on the majority of days. That worked out at more than 50% of the time. Be very clear and specific when the assessor asks you how often the symptoms bother you. I wish you every success in your telephone assessment.